I can't make my convictions so big that it outweighs the gospel. So, and used to, especially coming to Christ, whenever I first came to Christ, you know how like you want everybody to know, and you still want everybody to know if you're like still walking in that and walking closer to the Lord. But like when my son died in state custody, I was telling people my journey all the way along, all the way through, saying everything that I thought and everything, just to try to figure out what was going on with my body and all that. And as I was leaning into the Lord for answers that the medical system couldn't give me, because it's not designed to, because it's not God, and it just points us back to God. Anyways, I eventually deleted my Facebook because like I got a warning through someone, and it was strong enough for me to realize, you know what I mean? So God uses people to wake us up too, and to encourage, and to anyways, all the things, right? So sometimes it makes it a little easier to listen to a person in front of you, or you know, rather than seek out the answers, and then you begin to seek out answers by the things happening around you sometimes, amongst many others. You know, my convictions cannot be louder than the gospel, and it is not louder than the gospel, I don't believe. I just believe like when I talk about things, it is to shed light on like, okay, like how health, how the mental, the physical, and the spiritual work together, right? It's not it's not to condemn or anything like that. I'm saying if Jesus did certain things, it makes sense to do those certain things too. We don't have to. Some things are required. Other things are more so people might not look into as much, like for their health, and that's fine. I'm not God and I'm not the judge. But also God does warn through me, just like he encourages through me, just like I get other people's warnings I get God's warnings through other people and such, you know. We're supposed to come together, have church, assemble together, whatever that looks like, 2 or more. Anyways, whether it be online, community, or whatever, I try to do a little bit of everything when it comes to that. I love my brothers and sisters in Christ. Above all, I love Christ. And, you know, so my last short was basically saying if Jesus did this, it's something to think on, right? If Jesus did this, I'm not saying, you know, everybody abstain from pork now or you're going to hell. You know what I mean? It's just like we live for God or we don't. You know, I'm not saying everybody lives for God. Basically, when you realize what God has done, and when you love him for it, you know, and you know that you're supposed to have your body, your temple clean, there's certain ways to go about doing that. Whether or not people want to do that, believe it, or whatever, that's on them, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't affect me. So when I say things, it's just out of love. It's just sharing, you know, things that's helped me and all that. So anyways, you guys have a good day.